Hello and welcome into the Stars and Pars podcast with your host Evan Ingle. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2026, and we have like 6 tournaments to cover. We have a ton of golf this week. We have the Truist, the Truist Championship. We have the Myrtle Beach Classic, which is the other alternate PGA event. We have the DP World Tour Estrella Dam Catalunya Championship. Say that 10 times straight. We have the LPGA Mizuho Americas Open. We also have LIV Golf Tour Virginia. I didn't realize LIV Golf is still going. I thought they're like done, but I guess not, at least for now. And then we have the Champions Tour Insperity Invitational. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freaking tournaments, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to get right into it. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm not at my place today. I'm not recording where I usually record. I am on vacation by a beach, and I'm looking at the ocean, and it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. I don't want to leave. But I am very committed to this podcast, and I was not going to go a week without doing it. So I brought all my stuff with me. And we're trying to make this happen regardless of circumstances. So without further ado, let's just get right in. Actually, yes, with further ado. Sorry, I have to do this. If you are listening on Spotify, please follow me there on Spotify. Follow this podcast, and also, more importantly, give this podcast a 5-star rating if you enjoy it. Really appreciate that. That helps the algorithm, so please do that if you haven't already. And then if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. I would love if you subscribed to the channel as well. We are slowly but surely growing. And like, share, and subscribe, obviously, to the YouTube. I would really appreciate that. I'm also on TikTok, stars.and.pars.po on TikTok. And if you have questions, sponsorships, emails, hit me up at starsandparspodcast@gmail.com. All right. So now that we got all that out of the way, let's dive in really quickly to last week. It's not much to recap. If you watched and tuned in last week, I clearly was all over the place. I pretty much did my research, which is what I usually do hours before I record live on air. Did not work out very well for us. I did not hit one win. I think that was the worst week I've actually had since doing the podcast. It was just only a matter of time before I don't want to say the luck ran out, but the reads were wrong, and that's fine. I do have all 4 winners of the tournaments that I talked about last week, so I will go over that real quick as for our recap, because I didn't really do any first round leaders or top 5, top 10, top 20 like I normally do. I just picked some players and hoped it worked out, and it did not work out, but it's all good. The winners who did win, most of them make a ton of sense, and I'll go over them right now. Let's talk about the DP World Tour winner, Mikael Lindberg, who I do recall on the pod last week talking about, and for some reason ignoring because I'm an idiot. So that's how it goes. But last week was it was the full moon of Scorpio, and I should have really, really dug in on just the Scorpio moon, because what I'm starting to notice is when there's like a full moon, it like last week it was like, what's before Scorpio? It was a Libra Thursday, and then it was Scorpio. It was honestly Scorpio pretty much all 3 days, just because of the time of the moon and everything turned out. And then Sunday was Sagittarius. So I always focus on most weeks on the Sunday finish. And sometimes it works out where like Saturday and Sunday are both in the same sign. It's a little easier to make a read on. But when like the bulk of a tournament is played under a full moon, for instance, as last week, that Sunday moon sign, like I'm starting to realize, doesn't have as much of an effect as it like did like for the whole week under a full moon at least. And so last week was a full moon of Scorpio, and that lit up Aquarius's career house. Also, we're still in the Taurus season, which is like for all like Leos get the career boost all month long. And also last week, Pisces, still got a boost from Sagittarius. So what I'm trying to say is Aquarius was the main play of the week, and I was focused on Aquarius last week, but I overlooked most of these winners. So let's talk about the DP World Tour winner. First off, Mikael Lindberg. Capricorn Sun and Mercury, so he's an Earth sign. We're in fellow Earth Taurus season right now. That's perfect for him. Virgo Moon, more Earth. And then a Taurus rising. It's Taurus season, and here's where the big one is. His midheaven is Aquarius. Totally overlooked that for some freaking reason. And then to top it off, Mikael Lindberg's Venus is in Pisces. So he has the Pisces and the Aquarius on top of all the Earth that's in his chart. Cancer Mars as well. There's Aries. Mars is in Aries right now. I think, yeah, that's the only Aries placement right now. So that lit up his Mars career house. And Libra Jupiter is kind of fine with whatever. It goes good with Scorpio and Sag. So that made a lot of sense. Pretty bummed I missed out on that one. That's kind of slapping me in the face of how obvious it appeared, at least. So congrats to Mikael Lindberg and anyone who had him. And then obviously on the PGA, Cameron Young, it was never really a question from day 1 or 2. He ran away with the thing, won by 6. I think Scotty ended up finished second, typical, about 6 strokes back. But listen to this, Cameron Young, Taurus Sun rising in Venus. So we are in his season, and also it's Taurus Sun, but Mercury hit Taurus on Friday, so there's even more Taurus in the sky currently for Cameron Young last week. His moon is Gemini. Venus is currently in Gemini. I overlooked that one. But here's the big one. His Jupiter and midheaven are both Aquarius. Full moon in Scorpio lit up his Aquarius. His midheaven and Jupiter Aquarius. That really pissed me off. That I missed that one. His Mercury is in Aries, and there's a little bit of Aries still in the sky in Mars, and his Mars is Virgo, and I should have realized that Venus in Gemini is lighting up Virgo right now, career-wise, so he just had a ton of career stuff in that chart, and I didn't like his number. I think that's part of the reason why I didn't go after him last week, but also, it was just kind of obvious. I think his Mars Virgo, I was too focused on that Sagittarius moon on Sunday, and then Sag and Virgo don't go along too great, so I was just really focused on that. But I did recall halfway through the tournament when he won last year. Was it the Wells Fargo? What was the tournament he won? I forget the tournament he won towards the end of like August of last year. But I do remember it was a Scorpio to Sagittarius transit, and he ended up winning that as well. So apparently he plays well under Scorpio and Sagittarius. Makes sense because his Jupiter and midheaven are both Aquarius. Gemini is opposite Sagittarius, so maybe that gives him a little drive. His Mercury is Aries, so there's a little fire in his chart. Maybe that's part of the reason why. All being said, it made a ton of sense. So good for Cameron Young. He's killing it. The floodgates have opened for him in terms of winning tournaments, and I guarantee you he's not done yet. He could be right back in the mix this week, honestly. And then Nelly Korda won. I did mention I felt like Nelly was going to win, but she was like plus 154. Who's going to take that? I didn't. She's just, the Scorpio full moon. She's a Leo sun and Mercury, but her Libra rising and moon does feed off well off Scorpio, and also her Cancer midheaven, Venus and Mars, and Pisces Jupiter. That makes a ton of sense. Pisces Jupiter, one under Sagittarius moon, that lights up Pisces career house. Cancer, Pisces are both water, feeding off the fellow Scorpio full moon, and then also she's a Leo sun and Mercury, and we are under a Taurus moon and Mercury, which that makes even more sense. Like, just Taurus lights up Leo's career house, so that was pretty obvious. But plus 154, was it really worth it? I mean, I guess if you just took her, right? But I honestly didn't even bother. And then lastly, but not leastly, Stuart Sink, aka the Scotty Scheffler of the Champions Tour. This guy is on a tear. I didn't bother thinking about him because, one, his numbers sucked. It was like plus 2 something, 250 maybe. And I just thought, like, it wasn't going to work. But then I looked at his chart, and he's got a Pisces Mars and Aquarius Jupiter. That's why I didn't take him, because he's got a Taurus midheaven and a Leo rising. And Scorpio technically doesn't get along with those two great, but his Aquarius Jupiter, that's a career sign. We talked about Aquarius. And his Mars is in Pisces, which is fellow water. It goes great with Scorpio. And then on Sunday, the Sagittarius moon just lit him up. So there you have it. That is last week. We live and we learn, but the astrology still proved to be true for all 4 of those winners. I just overlooked a lot of it because I was not fully in my clear headspace last week. I was focused on getting out of town, and now that I am out of town, I'm a little bit more focused, even though I am in vacation mode and did not want to put in some work today. But here we are, because we got bigger goals. So yeah, that being said, it's all good. We are moving on now to this week, the transits. So where are we at? 10, 22. All right. This week's transits. I say this every week. I'm going to try to get this week under an hour. I got a lot to cover, so we're going to get right into it. This week, the Sun and Mercury are still in Taurus. Check. Good for Leos. Venus is still in Gemini. Mars is still in Aries, and Jupiter is still in Cancer. The Moon is going to be in Capricorn on Thursday and Wednesday, because we do have the DP World Tour. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Basically, the Moon is in Capricorn all day Thursday, and then like midnight, pretty much Friday, it shifts into Aquarius. So Friday to Saturday, it'll be an Aquarius moon. And then Sunday, the moon will shift into Pisces before, I believe, the final round kicks off for all the tournaments. So, long story short, Leos still have the big month-long career boost because of the Taurus. But this week is kind of especially big for Tauruses, Aquariuses, Aries, Cancer, Pisces, and especially Gemini placements, okay? So Taurus's, so Aquarius lights up Taurus's 10th house of career. And there's an Aquarius moon this weekend. So Tauruses have a big look this week. Aquarius is as well, because it's their moon sign. Aries still have, Mars is still in Aries, so that's good. But also the Capricorn moon lights up Aries' career house, so that's why I wrote them down. Cancers still get a boost from Mars and Aries. And Cancer is water, so on Sunday, if there's a Cancer placement in contention, they'll feed off the Pisces moon really well. And also, they go along great with Taurus. And then Pisces, obviously, Sunday will have a big boost. But if you have Pisces in your chart, you need something else career-wise that helps get to Sunday, if that makes sense. And then lastly, Gemini. Gemini gets the career boost from Pisces. It's Pisces. Pisces is Gemini's 10th house of career, and also Gemini is an air sign, and we're going to have an Aquarius air moon all weekend. So pretty much Geminis are the big winners. Also, Venus is in Gemini, so they do get a boost from their own Venus right now sign. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going after for this week. So let's talk about the first tournament I have, which is going to be, I'm just going to start the quick one, and then we're going to move up, and we're going to end with the Truist. So this week, we're going to start with the Champions Tour, and it's going to be very, very, very quickly. I have 2 picks, and I'm going to literally all but promise that one of these 2 guys we're going to win. It is Stewart Cink and Zach Johnson, and I'm literally stopping there. Stewart Cink is plus 200, so you can double your money if you want to just go on Stewart this week. Probably going to win. This guy is unstoppable right now. Like I said, he's the Scotty Scheffler of the Champions Tour. But he is a Gemini Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Like I said, Gemini's the big winner this week, so he's already won. Capricorn Moon. We're in Earth season. The Moon, they start Friday because it's Champions Tour. So they're going to miss the Thursday Capricorn Moon. That's fine. So they're going to start playing under the Aquarius Moon on Friday. Well, he's a Leo rising. We are in Taurus season. That's his career sign. And he's a Taurus midheaven. Like I said, Aquarius lights up Taurus' 10th house. And then his Mars is Pisces for Sunday. And his Jupiter is Aquarius, which is where the moon's going to be all weekend long. Plus 200. I really genuinely don't think Stewart Cink's going to lose. And if there's one guy that could potentially combat him, it is Zach Johnson, whose number is not much better. It is plus 450, but better than plus 200. Zach Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, Pisces Sun and Midheaven, Capricorn Moon, Gemini Rising and Mars, Aquarius Mercury and Venus, Aries Jupiter. Solid freaking chart. That's why I was only going to leave Stewart Cink up there, but then I looked at Zach's birth chart, and it's a pretty ideal birth chart. I genuinely think one of these 2 guys will win. So I'm just leaving it right there. Go hard on those two if you want, unit wise. But I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, the lock of the week is one of these two guys. I'm gonna leave it there. All right. So let's move on to LIV Golf. I'm just gonna go backwards from the way I did my research today. Okay. LIV Golf. I don't know what's going on with LIV. Is LIV even going to be around like after this week? Who freaking knows? But I saw that Jon Rahm applied for his DP World Tour playing eligibility again, and I think he's back in. He's trying to get in the Ryder Cup, so I would not be surprised if we see Jon Rahm playing very, very soon on the DP World Tour. But until then, I don't know. It's kind of a weird week. I don't love the names I wrote down, but I wrote down some names for you guys because the charts look good. I'm fading pretty much all of the main guys. Let's see here. Let me pull it up. I'm fading Rahm. I'm fading Bryson. I'm fading Tyrrell Hatton, and I'm fading David Pooch. The first guy on my list, believe it or not, I think this is the highest or the lowest number he's had, is Thomas Detry at plus 1650. He is a Cap, Sun, Midheaven, and Mercury. Libra, Moon, and Jupiter. Aries rising, Pisces, Venus, Cancer, Mars. But again, Sun or Moon ends on Sunday. It ends the tournament on Sunday in Pisces. He's got a Pisces, Venus. That's very good. And he should play well during a Taurus, Aquarius, because he's Cap in Libra, which is Earth and Air. And Taurus and Aquarius are both Earth and Air. It's a really good look for Thomas Detry. Cancer Mars, so he does have some career placements with the Aries Mars still. He's an Aries rising. And then on Sunday, if he's in the mix, his Pisces Venus, hopefully, and his Cancer Mars will be lit up by the Pisces Moon. So I like Thomas Detry to start my card. Next, I'm going to go Joaquin Niemann, Waco, as they call him, plus 1750. Scorpio, Sun, Midheaven, and Venus. Scary because Scorpio does not like Aquarius energy, but he's a Cancer Moon, and he's an Aquarius rising. So that kind of negates a little bit of that confliction, like the 12 and 4. See, I brought my background with me if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, so Aquarius rising, Sag Mercury, which I don't love with Pisces, but Virgo Mars, Pisces Jupiter, that's what I love. His Jupiter's Pisces, so he's got a little bit of career luck for this week. Virgo Mars should get a boost from Gemini Venus. It's a little risky. I'm not super confident in Waco, but I do like some aspects of his chart, okay? Next, guys. Probably my favorite of the week. Always lets me down, but I can't ignore this chart. Dean Burmester, plus 2,200. Gemini Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Midheaven. Taurus, Moon, and Mercury. Virgo rising, Cancer, Mars, okay? He's got the Gemini. He's got the Taurus. He's got some Virgo in there, and he's got some Cancer, Mars. So there's a lot of career stuff still in play for Dean Burmester this week. I really like him a lot. Next guy is Jose Luis Ballester, or JLB as I'll call him for short, plus 2,900. Leo Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Midheaven. It's his career time with the Taurus going on. He's a Taurus moon, so he gets a boost from the Aquarius moon this week. Scorpio rising, I don't love that, but that's good for Sunday because Scorpio and Pisces are both water. Virgo Mercury, and here's what I love, Pisces Mars. So Jose Luis honestly has everything to get to the finish line this week. Plus 2,900. I love that a lot. Next guy is Carlos Ortiz, plus 3,800. Taurus Sun, Virgo Moon, Cancer Rising and Mars, Aries Midheaven and Mercury, Gemini Venus, Leo Jupiter. A lot of career stuff in here. The Taurus Sun gets lit up by the Aquarius Moon all weekend. He's got the Gemini Venus, which is where Venus is right now, and it gets the boost from the Pisces Moon on Sunday. And he's a Cancer rising in Mars, so there's some water in his chart to go with the Pisces and also get boosted by Mars and Aries right now. Carlos Ortiz, ladies and gentlemen, is a solid freaking play. Plus 3,800 if I didn't mention that already. Okay, I got 3 more guys. Keeping it short for LIV this week. Charles Howell III, plus 4,500. Gemini Sun, Venus, and Midheaven. Taurus, Moon, and Mars. Virgo rising, Cancer, Mercury, Leo, Jupiter. Exquisite. Italian fingers. It's exquisite chart, you guys. I love Charles Howell this week. I also really like Caleb Surratt at plus 6,800. Pisces Sun, Aquarius Moon, Aries rising and Mercury, Capricorn Midheaven, Taurus Venus and Mars, Virgo Jupiter. He's got the Pisces, he's got the Aquarius, he's got Aries, Cap, and Taurus, dude. Caleb Surratt. Love it. And then my one long shot of the week is AK Anthony Kim at plus 10,000. Gemini Sun and Midheaven, Cancer Moon, Mercury, and Mars. Virgo Rising, Taurus, Venus, Aquarius, Jupiter. Oof. He's got every sign I'm pretty much looking for. It's loving the Taurus, Venus, and the Jupiter, Aquarius. Gemini Sun and Midheaven gets lit up by Pisces on Sunday amidst all of his Cancer, Moon, Mercury, and Mars, all the water. Anthony Kim, I don't know why he's plus 10,000 this week, but dude, I love that chart. Okay, and then for placement bets, real quick, for LIV top 5, I'm going Dean Burmester at plus 390. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Dean Burmester top 5 plus 390, and then Joaquin Niemann at plus 325 in the top 5, although I don't love that anymore. I don't know. Whatever, I wrote it down. Top 10, JLB, Jose Luis Ballester at plus 205, I think is the lock of the week, but don't quote me on that. I always say that, and it never really pans out. I also like Charles Howell to finish the top 10 at plus 260. And then top 20, I'm going to go Anthony Kim at plus 192. Pretty straightforward. First round leaders, I only got 4 names written down. Shocker. I'm going to go Carlos Ortiz at plus 3,000. Again, they're going to start Thursday. It's going to be Taurus Sun, Cap Moon. Cap lights up Aries' 10th house. So if you got Aries in your chart, I probably wrote you down. He's got Aries and double Earth. Massively, massively big for Thursday. Carlos Ortiz at plus 3,000. I also wrote down Dustin Johnson at plus 3,500 because he also has an Aries moon and he's a Virgo rising. And DJ seems to get off to... He's better getting off to a good start than he is finishing. I've noticed, at least lately. I'm also going to go Caleb Surratt because he does have an Aries rising Mercury and a Capricorn midheaven, which is where the moon will be on Thursday. So he's plus 4,200. And then lastly, Matthew Wolf at plus 3,700 because this guy's got a ton of Aries in his chart. I mean, like, I lost count. At least 5 placements of Aries. So hopefully that'll light up his career house for Thursday. Can't see Wolf winning the thing, although now that I'm thinking about it out loud, we're going to look him up because I may have overlooked that he's got a Venus in Gemini. I think I ignored him because his Mars is Scorpio and that doesn't go great with Aquarius. But if he has a Venus in Gemini, that might change things. Okay, so he's an Aries Sun, Moon, and Midheaven, and Jupiter. He's a Cancer rising, Pisces Mercury, Gemini. All right, I gotta write him down, guys. I'm sorry. We're gonna add live on the show. Matthew Wolf, he is plus 5,600, so he's actually got a better number than Caleb Surratt and AK. All right, we're adding Matthew Wolf live, potentially to win LIV Golf Virginia. So there you have it. All right, that is LIV Golf. Let us move on to our next tournament, which is the LPGA. What is it, the Mizuho Classic or something like that? Mizuho America's Open. Okay. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11 girls. And no placement bets with 1 first round leader because I don't know. This is a weird week. Like, Nellie's not playing. Gino Thickle is playing, though. She is playing, and she is the highest number I've seen her in a long time at plus 820. She's been dethroned officially as the #1 golfer in the world. So maybe she's out to, prove something this week to the world that she can still be the #1. But no Nelly, which I don't think I still would have took Nelly this week, even if she was playing. But, she's killing it. Anyway, Gino Thickle, plus 820. My first pick for the LPGA Mizuho America's Open. Pisces, Sun, and Midheaven. There you go. It's for Sunday. Libra Moon, great for Aquarius. Gemini Rising, also great for Aquarius. Aquarius Mercury, also great for Aquarius, believe it or not. Capricorn Venus, which is where the moon will be on Thursday. Sagittarius Mars is lit up by Mars and Aries, fellow fire sign of Mars, and a Leo Jupiter. This is her career month as a Jupiter sign. So if you want to just single bullet Gino, I think that's a good play. Is there a without market? There's got to be a without market. I don't know why I didn't look. There is a without market. A without Gino, Hannah Green, Charlie Hull, and Hayran Rio. And you know what? I can't believe I did this. Okay. I wrote down my names in the regular market, but now that I'm thinking about it, these all need to be in the winner without markets because I'm pretty confident in Gino. Okay, so I gotta change all these numbers then. I'll just do it as I say them aloud. Okay. I think Gino has a really good chance to win. So in the winner without Hannah Green, Charlie Hull, Gino Thickle, and Heiran Ryu, which I don't think any of those other three girls could win it. Maybe that's why I did that. But let's just play it safe because I want to hit multiple winners this week because we hit nothing last week. So I'm going to go winner without. I'm going to go Se-Young Kim at plus 1,500. Now these are all the numbers with the winner without market, okay? She's an Aquarius Sun and Midheaven, Capricorn Moon and Mercury, Taurus Rising, Pisces Venus, Cancer Mars, Libra Jupiter. She played really well at the GM Eagle a few weeks ago, and she kind of lost it on Sunday in the playoff. But she's in good form, so I want to go right back to Se-Young Kim. I like that a lot. I'm also going to mention Ina Yoon, who is playing really good golf. Although now I'm looking at it, maybe she can't. Maybe she's not going to win. She's got a great chart for the weekend, but nothing really for Sunday. So she's a Taurus Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Rising, Aquarius, Midheaven, and Mars, Aries, Venus, Leo, Jupiter. There's nothing except Aquarius and the Taurus kind of go good with Pisces, but there's nothing like career-wise for the Pisces. But she's got a killer chart for like the rest of the tournament before Sunday. So maybe she like goes crazy and just needs to kind of clean things up on Sunday to win. But I don't know. I wrote her down. So we'll see how that goes. Lydia Ko, who surprisingly is not in the without part of the without market or whatever. I mean, she is part of it, but not one of the names that's without. Plus 1,800 in the without market. Taurus Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven. Scorpio Moon, Leo Rising, Virgo Mars, Aquarius Jupiter. Again, nothing screams crazy career stuff for Sunday now that I talk about this out loud. But that's a great chart for the whole weekend. So, again, if she's in the mix and that Scorpio Moon of hers is lit up by this Pisces Moon, maybe she can get it done. She's good enough to without like a massive career placement on Sunday. So, we'll see. Next on my list is Austin Kim in the without market at plus 2,600. Leo Sun, Mercury, and Mars. Again, Taurus season all month long is their career sign. Pisces Moon, Cancer Rising, Aries Midheaven, Virgo Venus, Gemini Jupiter. So I love the Gemini Jupiter to get lit up by the Pisces. She's got a Pisces Moon. Virgo Venus is lit up by Virgo Gemini right now. And she's playing good golf this whole year. It's a matter of time before Austin Kim wins one. So I like her in the without market. Next is Minami Katsu at plus 3,000 in the without market. Cancer Sun and Midheaven, Libra Moon and Rising, Leo Mercury, Gemini Venus and Mars, Pisces Jupiter. There you have it. I love that. We're going to keep moving on a little quicker now. Next is Ayaka Fourier in the without market at plus 4,600. Gemini Sun, Mercury, and Venus and Mars, Pisces Moon, Aquarius Rising, Scorpio Midheaven, Taurus Jupiter. That's a solid chart. The Scorpio Midheaven's a little worrying, but if she can get through it, and on Sunday B is somewhere in the mix, all her Gemini and Pisces Moon will get lit up career-wise. So I like Ayaka Fourier a lot. Almost at 30 minutes. I got to change my camera or press the record button. Anyway, moving on. Lynn Grant is my next play at plus 4,800 in the without market. Gemini Sun and Midheaven, Virgo Moon and Rising, Cancer Mercury, Leo Venus, Libra Mars, Aries Jupiter. It's a sneaky little chart. She got some Gemini in there, got some Leo in there, a little bit of Aries and Virgo. So watch out for Lynn Grant. My next pick is one of my favorites in the without market is Rose Zhang. Gemini Sun, Pisces Moon, Leo Rising and Jupiter, Taurus, Midheaven, Mercury, and Venus, Aquarius, Mars. Holy crap, you guys. This might be Rose Zhang's weekend. That is the stars being written for her. Gemini, Pisces, Leo, Taurus, and Aquarius. All 5 signs that we're kind of after this week. Really love Rose Zhang in the without market and maybe in the regular market. But plus 5,400 is still pretty good in the without market. All right, I'm going to do this real quick. All right. Had to push re-record because it only goes for 30 minutes. All right, I got two more plays in the without market of LPGA, and we're going to move on. Next up is Andrea Lee at plus 5,400. Oopsie. Plus 5,400 in the without market. Sorry, we're still there. In the without market. Leo Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Gemini Moon and Midheaven. Virgo Rising, Cancer Mars, and a Pisces Jupiter. Oh, that's a good chart, you guys. Andrea Lee's like, I don't want to like compare to like Cantlay, but like she's always playing well, but like when's the last time she's won? Like that's how I kind of look at Cantlay. Always playing well, but when's the last time he won? You know, it's been years. But I don't know how long it's been for Andrea Lee, but I don't know. She's a good golfer, but like I can't remember the last time she's won it. Okay, and lastly, I got one long shot that was way bigger in the regular market. Here we go. But it's still pretty freaking big here. Plus 29,000 long shot. Gemma Dryburgh. Gemma Dryburgh, the Scottish golfer. Gemini Sun and Midheaven. Pisces Moon. There you go. Virgo Rising. Cancer Mercury. Taurus Venus. Leo Mars. Libra Jupiter. That's a great chart for someone at plus 29,000. Okay, so watch out. So I like Gino to win, but in the without market, I like Seon Kim, Ina Yoon, Lydia Ko, Austin Kim, Minami Katsu, Ayaka Fourier, Lynn Grant, Rose Zhang's probably my favorite, Andrea Lee, Gemma Dryburgh. And one first round leader pick, because I didn't really spend much time on it, but Aditi Ashok is plus 13,000 to be the first round leader. And like I said, it's going to be Taurus, Sun, Capricorn, Moon, so Aries get the big boost for Thursday. Well, she's a Cancer Rising and an Aries Midheaven. She's an Aries Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Mars. Aquarius, Venus, Pisces, Jupiter. Shoot, that's actually not bad to like actually potentially win with the Pisces, Jupiter, Aquarius, Venus. If she pops off, we're going to have to throw something on her, but I just don't want to start. I don't want to throw her down because I already have a lot of names, okay? So that is that. We're halfway through. Let's keep it moving because I'm on a little bit of a time crunch here. All right. We're moving on now to the DP World Tour. DP World Tour, okay. Where are we at? Here we go. The Estrella Damm Catalunya Championship odds. That is, say that 10 times straight. All right. Pull up my notes here. All right. Yeah. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys. Not too bad for me, who I like to just throw out a lot of names out there. Okay. First pick. Again, they start Wednesday, so they're gonna end Saturday night, and it's gonna be under Aquarius because the Pisces moon doesn't come until Sunday midday, so they'll be done Saturday night. So it's Capricorn, Aquarius, 4 days moon transit for these guys. I like Angel Iora. I really take him to win it, but I like him this week. Plus 1,500. Libra Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Jupiter. Libra loves Aquarius. Gemini Moon also loves Aquarius. Leo Venus, big time for Taurus season. Sag Rising is worrying with... Oh, they're not playing Pisces. Sorry. They're playing Aquarius. You're right. Virgo Midheaven. Nothing screams career, but it's... I mean, the Leo Venus, but he's got a lot of air, and that's what I'm really going after, okay? So watch out for Angel Iota. Next, I like Oliver Lindell, plus 2,900. Libra Sun and Mercury, Capricorn Moon, so a little air-earth combo to go with our air-earth combo over the weekend. Sag Rising, Virgo, Midheaven, and Venus. Leo Mars, Pisces, Jupiter. Again, nothing crazy career-wise, but these are two of the best golfers on the DP World Tour. Next pick, probably my favorite so far. Guido Migliozzi, plus 3,400. Aquarius Sun, Midheaven, and Jupiter. Taurus Rising, Leo Moon, Capricorn, Mercury, and Venus, Libra, Mars. That, my friends, is a chart for success for this weekend for the Capricorn to Aquarius moon transit for the DP World Tour. Love Guido. Next guy, Julien Guerrier, the French golfer, plus 3,700. Cancer Sun and Mars, Virgo Rising, Gemini Midheaven, Leo Mercury, Taurus Venus, Aquarius Jupiter. Another solid freaking chart. We're going to keep moving quickly. Eddie Pepperell is my next guy, plus 5,400. Aquarius Sun and Venus and Midheaven. Aries Moon, Taurus Rising, Capricorn Mercury, Gemini Mars, Leo Jupiter. That is also an amazing birth chart, ladies and gentlemen. So far, Guido and Pepperell are like my two main plays of the DP World Tour. Next up, I also love Matteo Manassero plus 5,700. Aries, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus. Leo rising, Taurus, Midheaven, Cancer, Mars, Libra, Jupiter. Another solid freaking chart. And a good number, too, 5,700. Next, guys, Grant Forrest at plus 6,700. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Midheaven. Virgo rising, Cancer, Mercury, Taurus, Venus. There's the career sign we're after. Leo, Mars, Libra, Jupiter. Not much more else to say. That's just good. It's a good chart. It's a good chart. Next up, Brandon Stone at plus 7,600. Taurus, Sun, Aries, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven. A lot of Aries in there. That's good because the Capricorn Moon is going to be there for the first 2 days. Cancer rising in Mars, Libra, Jupiter. Love it. Next up, Sean Norris, plus 7,800. Aries, Sun, Midheaven, Mercury, and Venus. Leo, Moon, Gemini rising, Taurus, Mars, Aquarius, Jupiter. Huge for this weekend. Next up, MJ Defu, plus 8,200. Aquarius rising, Scorpio, Midheaven, Capricorn, Sun, and Venus. Aries, Moon, and Mars. Aquarius, Mercury, Taurus, Jupiter. Just another really good chart. I got two more here. Rafa Cabrera Bello, plus 9,200. We're getting a little longer now. Gemini, Sun, Aries, Moon, Virgo rising, Taurus, Mercury, and Venus. Scorpio, Mars, Capricorn, Jupiter. Scorpio, Mars is a little worrying, but everything else looks pretty good. And then I got Nicholas Norgard Moller at plus 9,600. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Mercury. Virgo rising and Jupiter. Taurus, Midheaven, and Aries, Mars. That's a really good chart. I do have a couple long shots here. I'll just mention them. These are like baby units. Manuel Elvera at plus 10,000. Actually, is a really good chart. Taurus, Sun, Mercury, Mars, and rising. Aries, Moon, Aquarius, Midheaven, Gemini, Venus, Capricorn, Jupiter. There's not one bad look in that chart. That's a solid freaking chart at plus 10,000. Throw a little baby unit on that. You never know. Romain Langasque is my next one at plus 12,500. Taurus, Sun, Midheaven, and Venus. Capricorn, Moon, Leo rising, and Mars. Gemini, Mercury, Sagittarius, Jupiter. That's a great chart with all the Taurus in there, the Cap. Gemini, Mercury, too. A little bit of air. Watch out for Romain Langasque. Lastly, David Law, plus 15,500. Taurus, Sun, and Midheaven. Capricorn, Moon, Leo rising, and Jupiter. Aries, Mercury, Gemini, Venus, Cancer, Mars. Pretty good. All right, real quick recap. Angel Iora, Oliver Lindell, Guido Migliozzi, Julian Guerriere, Eddie Pepperell, Matteo Manassero, Grant Forrest, Brandon Stone, Sean Norris, MJ Defu, Rafa Cabrera Bello, and Nicholas Norgard. And the long shots are Manuel Elvera, Romain Langasque, and David Law. My favorites are Guido, Eddie Pepperell, Matteo Manassero, Sean Norris, Manuel Elvera, Romain Langasque. But I do like all the other guys. So, okay, real quick placement bets, and we're moving on. Top 5. Angel Iorta at plus 400. Just sign me up. Sounds pretty easy. Pretty straightforward, so let's go with that. I'm also going to go Guido Migliozzi at plus 800. To be in the top 5, one of those has to hit. And if that's Migliozzi, that's a great hit. Because I'm also taking Guido Migliozzi in the top 10 at plus 390. I'm also going to go Alejandro Del Rey at plus 455. I had him written down for my outrights, but I took him off just because I don't think he's going to win. But he could be a top 10er. And then also Eddie Pepperell at plus 530 is a good play for top 10. Top 20, also Eddie Pepperell plus 240. I think that's probably the lock of the week. I like Grant Forrest at plus 305. I like Sean Norris at plus 330. And I like Brandon Stone at plus 325 to be in the top 20. And then top 30, I'm going to go Nicholas Norgard Moller at plus 255 and Romain Langasque at plus 265. First round leader, I'm going to go Eugenio Jaccara at plus 3,500. Again, this is going to be a Capricorn Moon Wednesday evening, and he's got a lot of Aries in his chart. So I like Eugenio Jaccara. I like Matteo Manassero, who's got a ton of Aries in his chart. Plus 6,400. That might be the top play of the week for first round leader. Rafa Cabrera Bello, plus 9,600 in the first round leader, also is interesting to me. Then Aries Moon. And then Sean Norris has a lot of Aries as well, at plus 7,000. Brandon Stone also has a lot of Aries at plus 8,200. Romain Langasque has a lot of Earth in his chart at plus 9,600. Manuel Elvera has Taurus and Aries and he's plus 9,800 in the first round. And MJ Defoe at plus 8,000 also has a good look with an Aries moon and Mars, okay? And then top UK Ireland, I'm going to go Eddie Pepperell at plus 1,025. That's a great number. Top European, I'm going to go Guido Migliozzi at plus 2,450, just because he is one of my favorite charts of the week. Top English, also going to go back to Eddie Pepperell at plus 720. Top rest of the world, I'm going to go Shaw Norris at plus 2,050 and Brandon Stone at plus 2,000. They have great charts, and the rest of the world picks, I didn't really love anybody else in there. Top Danish, Nicolas Nørgaard-Moller at plus 335. Top French, Julien Guerrier at plus 430. Top Italian, take a wild guess, Guido Migliozzi at plus 320. Top Nordic, Nicolas Nørgaard-Moller at plus 1,075. Top South African, my two guys, Brandon Stone and Shaw Norris. Stone is plus 1,025. Norris is plus 1,050. And lastly, top Scottish, David Law at plus 680. Wow, that was a lot to get through for the DP World Tour. I am losing energy, so we are going to move quickly to my next victim, which is the second of our PGA tournaments, the Myrtle Beach Classic. Run down my timestamps for you lovely people. All right. So, we're going to talk about the Myrtle, and then we're going to talk about the Truist, and we're going to get out of here. I got a lot of names written down, you guys. I'm not proud of it. There's like 120 people in the field for the Myrtle Beach. I got way too many names written down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 15 plus 5 out, long shots. That's too many names. All right, I'm going to say all the names, and then I'm going to go through, and I'm going to narrow it down to like 10 or so, okay? First on the list is Brooks Koepka, plus 1,600. Taurus, Sun, and Mercury. Virgo, Moon. Cancer, Rising, and Jupiter. Aries, Midheaven. Pisces, Venus, and Mars. There was a week for Brooks Koepka to finally get it done, especially in a field, I don't want to say of scrubs, but of scrubs compared to everyone that's in like the Truist or whatever. This is the week Brooks Koepka should win. Could win. I don't want to say should. Could. Plus 1,600 is not bad. It's not great. But I do believe Brooks Koepka has enough in his chart to get through this weekend and potentially win. Okay? Also like Davis Thompson, who's also the co-favorite at plus 1,600. I don't love Thompson as much as I love Brooks, but Thompson is a Gemini Sun, Mercury, and Midheaven. That's big for Sunday on under Pisces, right? Aquarius, Moon, Virgo, Rising, Cancer, Venus, Libra, Mars, Aries, Jupiter. He's got the Aquarius Moon. That's where the Moon's going to be. He's got Virgo Rising, so he does have some Earth in his chart. Cancer, Venus is lit up by Mars and Aries. Libra, Mars is great with Aquarius. Aries, Jupiter is fine. So I have to mention Davis Thompson. All right, next up, Marco Penge, 2,150. Taurus Sun, Mercury, Mars, and Rising. Capricorn Moon. It's going to be a Taurus Sun, Capricorn Moon on Thursday. That's him, pretty much. Aquarius, Midheaven, Aries, Venus, Pisces, Jupiter. Does have the Pisces, Jupiter in there. I do remember him winning a DP World Tour event a year ago under a Pisces Moon. So he does have that potential to do that. My lighting just changed. That's crazy. So I love Marco Penge, you guys. I also like Mac Meissner, plus 2,800. Aquarius Sun, Mercury, and Midheaven. Scorpio Moon and Mars. Taurus Rising, Pisces, Venus, and Jupiter. Just all that Pisces is big for Sunday. Does have Aquarius. The Scorpio stuff does worry me. So maybe Mike Meissner isn't one of my favorite plays, but I had to mention him. Next guy I do like a lot is Stefan Jaeger at plus 3,500. Gemini Sun, Venus, Jupiter, and Midheaven. Aries Moon, Virgo Rising, Taurus Mercury, Cancer Mars. A lot of Gemini in there. That's a good look. Next guy I like is Adrian Dumont Deschamps, plus 3,700. Pisces Sun and Mercury, Capricorn Moon, Cancer Rising, Aries, Midheaven, and Mars. Venus, Aquarius, Taurus, Jupiter. He's been trending. Taurus, Jupiter, it's his month. Venus, Aquarius, that's great. And he's got the Pisces, he's got the Aries, he's got the Capricorn. That's a good look for Adrian Dumont Deschamps. I also like RNP, Rasmus Nergaard Peterson, a plus 3,700. Cancer Sun, Pisces Moon, Leo Rising, Mercury, Venus, Gemini Midheaven, Libra Mars, Taurus Jupiter. It's another good chart. I also like Eric Cole, plus 3,900. Gemini Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven. So much Gemini, like Nicholas Norgard Molar. Virgo Rising, Pisces Mars, Taurus Jupiter. Ooh, Eric Cole, you guys. That's one of my main plays for sure. This guy's also another big play. Is Christian Bezainhout, or Seabaz as I call him. Plus 4,300. Taurus Sun and Midheaven. Leo Moon and Rising. Gemini Mercury, Venus. Gemini Mercury and Venus. Aries Mars, Scorpio Jupiter. Scorpio Jupiter is a little worrying, but he's got Gemini, he's got Taurus, he's got Leo, he's got Aries Mars. That's where Aries Mars is right now. So I love Seabass. I also like Johnny Kiefer at plus 4,700. I think Johnny Kiefer's going to have a really good week. Cap Sun, Leo Moon, Sagittarius Rising, Libra Midheaven, Aquarius Mercury, Pisces Venus, Scorpio Mars, Gemini Jupiter. Some sneaky career stuff in Johnny Kiefer's chart. I also like this young gun, Blades Brown, plus 4,800. Gemini Sun and Mercury, Leo Moon, Libra Rising, Cancer Midheaven and Venus, Aries Mars, Sagittarius Jupiter, plus 4,800. That's a really good chart. Gemini Sun, Mercury, Leo Moon, Libra Rising, Cancer Midheaven and Venus, Aries Mars, Sag Jupiter for Blades Brown. You never know. John Perry, also his chart caught my eye, plus 4,800. Scorpio Sun, Mercury and Venus, Gemini Moon, Capricorn Rising, Libra Midheaven, Aquarius Mars, and a Pisces Jupiter. Scorpio stuff scares me, but I don't know. It's interesting. I like Seamus Power a lot, plus 5,300. Pisces Sun and Mercury, Taurus Moon and Mars, Cancer Rising, Aries Midheaven and Jupiter, Aquarius Venus. Yeah, Seamus Power will be in the mix. That's a great chart. Lee Hodges, plus 5,300. Gemini Sun, Midheaven, Mercury and Venus, Capricorn Moon, Virgo Rising and Mars, Sag Jupiter. That Sag Jupiter worries me, but all that Gemini and that Cap and Virgo, he should play pretty well. He's mainly air and earth, and that's what the theme of the week pretty much is, air and earth, until we get to... Sorry, my lighting keeps changing because the sun is coming in and out of the clouds or whatnot. Anyway, lastly, Bo Hostler, plus 6,100. Pisces Sun and Mercury, Virgo Moon, Cancer Rising, Aries Midheaven, Aquarius Venus, Leo Mars, Sag Jupiter. Pretty good chart as well. Long shots, Eric Van Rooyen, plus 10,000. Pisces Sun and Midheaven, Capricorn Moon, Venus and Mars, Gemini Rising, Aquarius Mercury, Cancer Jupiter. This is like one of those events that I feel like EVR could always win. Mark Hubbard, also plus 10,500. Gemini Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter. Capricorn Moon, Leo Rising, Taurus Midheaven, and Cancer Mars. I wouldn't be surprised if Mark Hubbard's in the mix. Ben Cole's a plus 12,000. Pisces Sun and Midheaven, Aquarius Moon and Mercury. Gemini Rising, Cap Venus and Mars, Cancer Jupiter. Ben Cole's pisses me off so much, but I just have to write that chart down. Christo Lamprecht, who has won under a Pisces moon before, I recall, plus 13,000, Aquarius Sun and Mercury, Aries Moon, Gemini Rising and Jupiter, Pisces Midheaven and Venus, Scorpio Mars. Not bad, not great. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And lastly, Lanto Griffin, plus 16,000, Gemini Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Midheaven, Cancer Moon, Virgo Rising, Pisces Mars, and a Taurus Jupiter. I really like Brooks Koepka. I like Marco Penge. I like Jaeger. I like ADDC. I like Eric Cole. I like Seabaz. I like Johnny Kiefer. Blades Brown. Love Seamus Power. And then I like EVR, Mark Hubbard, and Lamprecht is my long shots. So, losing energy here. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. In vacation mode. Almost done. Top 5. Going Brooks Koepka, plus 410. I'm going Marco Penge at plus 530. One of those two has to be in the top 5. They have to be. I'm going to parlay Brooks and Penge to both be in the top 5. That'd be a miracle. Plus 2,600. Not too great. Not too terrible. Top 10. Stefan Jaeger at plus 385. ADDC at plus 395. Eric Cole at plus 410. And a parlay of Mac Meissner and Stefan Jaeger at plus 1,500. We'll see. Top 20. Eric Cole plus 184. Seabaz at plus 184. John Kiefer at plus 210. Love that. Top 30, Bo Hostler plus 150. Mark Hubbard at plus 215. Top 40, Lanto Griffin at plus 158. double chance bets, meaning this guy or this guy could win. Koepka or Pench to win it, plus 930. I like that. Koepka or Seabass to win, plus 1125. Also like that. Davis Thompson or ADDC, plus 1200. And then Mac Meissner or RNP at plus 1600. One triple chance bets. Marco Pench, Max McGreevy or Seamus Power at plus 1050. Max McGreevy is like a Taurus, Sun, Gemini, Moon. I don't love the rest of his chart, but it was a good triple chance bet, so we'll see. First round leaders, I'm going Brooks Koepka. Again, Capricorn Moon, so Aries. Brooks Koepka at plus 3,000 is made for Thursday, his chart. Marco Pench at plus 3,500, also made for a Thursday. ADDC, plus 5,100. He does get off to good starts normally. Seabass at plus 5,500. Johnny Kiefer at plus 5,500. Bo Hostler at 6,200. And Garrick Higgo plus 6,500. Garrick Higgo has Taurus and Aries, so those are good looks. So Koepka, Pench, ADDC, Seabass, Kiefer, Hostler, and Higgo are my first round leader plays. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the finale, which I don't have too many names written down for, thank God. Okay, it's the Truist. Wait, I gotta write down my timestamp. What do we have? 5107. Okay, Truist Championship. All right, let's finish this up in like 5 minutes. They're at Quail Hollow, right? So Rory plays really well here. Kind of have to go for it. He's plus 580, so I'm going to be taking him and Cameron Young in the regular market, and the rest will be in the without market, because I genuinely believe one of these two guys is going to win it. Rory, plus 580. Taurus, Sun, Venus, and Midheaven. Aries, Moon. Leo, Rising. Gemini, Mercury, and Jupiter. Cancer, Mars. Let me remind you, this man just won the Masters a month ago under the same moon transit, pretty much, Aquarius. It ended in Aquarius. They didn't get to Pisces, but he won the year before the Masters with like 2 or 3 Pisces placements in the sky. And that lights up his Gemini, Mercury, and Jupiter, and Cancer, Mars. We are also in Taurus season, which is still lighting up most of his chart. Rory McIlroy, ladies and gentlemen, is going to come to play, and he's going to come to win. So I love that. And then the last week's winner, Cameron Young, if anyone's going to combat him, it's probably him. Plus 1475. Taurus, Sun, Rising, and Venus. Gemini, Moon. Aquarius, Jupiter, and Midheaven. Mercury, Aries. Mars, Virgo. He's got the Gemini Moon for Sunday. He's got the Aquarius and the Taurus for the Aquarius Moon over the weekend. I don't expect Cameron Young to slow down after last week, okay? So I love Cam and I love Rory in the regular market. If you want to just leave it at those two, be my guest. In the without market, though, I do have a few more names. I like Tommy Fleetwood at plus 1,600 in the without market. Cap, Sun, and Mercury. Pisces, Moon, Taurus, Rising, and Mars. Aquarius, Midheaven, Venus, Leo, Jupiter. Not one bad look in his chart. Next up, Patrick Cantlay. Plus 2,250. Pisces, Sun, and Venus. Virgo, Moon, and Jupiter. Cancer, Rising. Aries, Mercury, and Midheaven. Aquarius, Mars. Ooh. Watch out for Patrick Cantlay, you guys. Could be a sneaky play this week. I also wrote down Hideki Matsuyama, plus 2,500. Pisces, Sun, and Mercury, and Midheaven. Sagittarius, Moon. I don't love that. Gemini, Rising. Aquarius, Venus, and Mars, who does have some Aquarius. And a Virgo, Jupiter. The Sag kind of scares me. And he's been whatever lately, so I don't know about that. Last week's withdrawal is Jake Knapp, plus 3,000. Watch him come out and play great this week. Gemini, Sun, Pisces, Moon, Leo, Rising, Taurus, Midheaven, and Mars, Cancer, Mercury, and Venus, Scorpio, Jupiter. Love that, actually. I really do. I also wrote down Keegan Bradley, plus 4,000 in the without market. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Midheaven, Virgo, Rising, Cancer, Mercury, and Venus, Capricorn, Mars, and a Pisces, Jupiter. Pisces, Jupiter is sneaky with all that Gemini. This could be a great week for Keegan to kind of bounce back. Gary Woodland is also up at plus 4,200. Gemini, Sun, and Midheaven, Aquarius, Moon, Taurus, Mercury, and Venus, Mars, Scorpio, Capricorn, Jupiter. Watch out for Woodland. 4 more. Akshay Bhatia at plus 4,300. Aquarius, Sun, Mercury, and Venus, Virgo, Moon, Gemini, Rising, Pisces, Midheaven, Aries, Mars, and a Cancer, Jupiter. Love that. I also wrote down Sam Stevens, plus 5,300. Cancer, Sun, and Mercury, Pisces, Moon, and Midheaven, Gemini, Rising, Venus, and Mars, Capricorn, Jupiter. Got Pisces and Gemini. That's what I'm looking for. I wrote down Sudarshan Yelamaraju plus 8,800, but we'll see. Cancer Sun, Aquarius Moon, and Midheaven. Taurus Rising, Gemini Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, and Sagittarius Mars. He's just been playing pretty well all year. Got to write him down. This is all in the without market, by the way. And lastly, but not least, Matthew Wallace plus 9,600. Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, Leo Rising, Taurus Midheaven and Mercury, Venus Pisces, Aquarius Mars, and a Cancer Jupiter. It's a complicated chart, but there is a lot of good stuff in there for this weekend, okay? Top 5, I'm going to go Rory, plus 148. That is the lock of the week. That should hit. Top 10, I'm going to go Patrick Cantlay. I think he's the surprise of the week, plus 285. And also Tommy Fleetwood in the top 10 at plus 220. I also like Akshay Bhatia at plus 160 in the top 20. And Matt Wallace at plus 265 to be in the top 20. And lastly, top 30. Give me Alex Fitzpatrick at plus 154. I don't think he's going to win it, but he's just playing really good golf, and I could easily see him finishing in the top 30 out of, 70 or 80 players right now. Something like that. God, the lighting looks so bad on this. A little better. But now it's dark. See, the lighting keeps changing on me. Whatever. I'm almost done. Okay, I got a lot of first-round leader picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sue me. I don't care. I put baby units on these, so I don't go crazy. Again, Taurus Sun, Capricorn Moon. Alex Fitzpatrick, plus 7,000. He's got Cap, Aries, Cancer. We love it. I like Rory at plus 1,375. I like Cantlay at plus 3,600. Hovland at plus 3,700 with a Virgo Sun and Aries Moon. Justin Thomas has a lot of Aries in his chart, plus 4,200. I could see him having a first-round lead. Ryan Gerard has a lot of Aries, plus 5,600. Corey Connors is an Aries Rising and a Capricorn Midheaven, plus 5,700. Ryan Fox is also Aries Rising and a Capricorn Midheaven, plus 6,700 as well. Pearson Coody is a lot of Cap and Aries, plus 6,200. Daniel Berger, plus 6,300, has a lot of Aries as well. Nick Taylor has Aries in his chart, plus 7,000. And Matthew Wallace also has a lot of Aries at plus 7,200. I am going to go on a limb and say one of those 12 will be our first-round leader. I really feel confident in that. So Alex Fitzpatrick, Rory, Cantlay, Hovland, JT, Gerard, Connors, Fox, Coody, Berger, Nick Taylor, Matt Wallace, all right? And lastly, because I'm almost out of time, head-to-head matchup of the week. That means I parlay all of these together. I don't take them individually, and it comes out to plus 7,000 this week. Gary Woodland over Alex Smalley. Bobby Mack over McNeely. Keegan over Ben Griffin. Rory over Matt Fitzpatrick. Nikolai Højgaard over Jacob Bridgman. Patrick Cantlay over Ludwig Aubert. And Cam Young over Xander Schauffele. Put it all together for plus 7,000. Ladies and gentlemen, the laptop is closed. I am under 1 minute left. That is it for the week. I am freaking exhausted. I've been doing nothing but enjoying and eating and having a good time. So I'm going to go back to that now. I hope something in this episode resonated, and I hope one of us, all of us, gets winners. Like I said, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube and Spotify and Apple podcasts if you're on there. I do believe I post there as well. Other than that, I believe next week is the PGA. I will be doing another episode with LCT if you're here from Reddit. So look out for that. We'll probably get that out sooner than later next week. And yeah, we're just going to keep rolling. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys all... I should not have closed my... Oh my gosh, I should not have closed my computer. See, my brain's not... I'm recording my podcast on the computer. Oh, all right, whatever. All right, I'm out. Peace. Have a good one. See you next week, guys. See ya. Bye.